you know, this is the stock filter and this is the motor. This is the motor now, and that's the filter. The reason I'm doing this is my pool is clean. As you can see, it's blue, but I let it turn green once, and as you can see, you can't see the bottom of the pool anymore. It's very cloudy. Yes, it is raining. And the pool cleared right up. Look at that. Really nice. I gotta reposition my mats. To hook up to your pump, you're gonna cut this off. But leave one on each, because this is what's gonna actually connect back to your pool. And these were giving me a problem. These connect to the new pump, but I put them in and they were leaking. So what I would suggest to do, I don't know if this is the proper way to do it, but this is the way I'm going to do it. Make sure you have your clamps already ready. And we're just going to prime this up. I hate how this thing always just drips. Hopefully this works out, because it was leaking really bad. So this is my solution that I came up with. We're going to glue and clamp them. Alright, so you get your primer on there. Now you're going to want to heat these up so that it gets soft. Otherwise you're not going to be able to push this thing together. I'm hoping that this will work. The way I'm hoping, because I'm out of options. Alright, just do it like that. And then we're going to clamp it down as well. So like I said, I bought this. I paid $45 for this. I did have to do a couple repairs to it. I had a crack here, which I fiberglass shut. I did have to replace the seal in here, which was about 20 bucks. And I showed you how to replace the shaft on the lateral and seal the lateral. So that's ready to go. This was the sand that came out of the used unit. So if you buy a used one, do not use the sand that comes with it. I bought 3 bags. That particular unit uses 150 pounds. So these are 50-pound bags. I bought 3 bags. Such a horrible day to do this, but I gotta get it done. It's been 2 hours and the pipes are dry. So we're gonna get this hooked up today. I just gotta wait for the rain to let up. Alright, so initially you're gonna want to set up your hoses because there are 2 different sizes. You can see this one's short You're gonna want to make sure you can reach from here to here. Very important. This actually looks not too bad. And then this one is our return. It's gonna go from here to here, which is actually not very good. So, most important thing is getting your fitment right and making sure that you have Teflon tape on all your joints. You're going to want to go 1, 2, 3 and rip it. You only want to go 3. If you go any more than 3, you're going to spread that joint, and if you crack this, you're not going to be very happy. So I'm going to get all these connected, and like I said, these are the stock ones that go to the pool, and these are the new ones that go to the pumps. So I'm going to get all that connected, and I'll show you how to put the sand in. Alright, you get to cut that. I had to make sure you have this off and connect it. Hopefully you can see. I'll see if I could try to show you. Right here it says pump. That's what you're going to connect that black hose to, or whatever color you bought. But since I did it wrong, I gotta spin the pump.
They can't see you spinning the pump.
So you gotta spin the pump on, like that. Actually, that worked out pretty good.
That wasn't a pain in the ass.
I thought it was gonna be way harder than that. Honestly, this bee is like harassing me. So this one is gonna connect to that, like that. So try to spin this one on. So now our pump is hooked up. It's ready to go. Alright, so now the important part. So according to the instructions that I can read on the sticker, we're going to fill this halfway with water. Make sure you, when you, actually here, you could do this for me. Just videotape what I'm about to do. So once you put your laterals in, they all have to be up like this. So you can see this is my repaired unit. I showed you guys in the other video how to repair your unit itself if it was leaking, and how to change the pipe. So what you're going to do is you're going to put it down inside. Come record. And you're going to open each lateral individually. These have to be open. Don't leave them up. And then you're going to sit this down inside of here. Just like that. Now, according to the instructions, we're going to fill this halfway with water and then add the sand. But I have to grab a piece of tape or something to cover it. You don't want to get sand in this hole. So that's what I'm going to do now. Hit stop. I mean, it's still cheap. So far, I paid $45 for this, $50 for that. Just for this hose, I think it was 15 bucks. The adapters I bought to fit into all the pumps, was, I don't remember, maybe I paid 90 bucks yesterday and we got the sand. So you're probably looking, you're still under the $300 mark for this particular setup. For me anyway, because I bought everything used. Ooh, that's leaking. That's not good. Alright. That has to have some Teflon tape on it. That's leaking. So I'm going to take this off. It's going to be flooded. And then I'm going to put Teflon tape on it. And refill this. Cut the camera. Alright, so we got it filled about halfway. Let me grab a razor. Have a controlled pour. If that's at all possible. We'll see. Oh, this shit's 50 pounds. You can see why you're going to want to cap that off with some tape. Alright. Let's get another one. I'll do with that razor. Anyways. Now, according to everywhere that I read, even Google and the pool shop, you have to buy, this is sand for a filter. I guess it's different than regular sand. That's why they tell you fill it halfway.
Because the water's coming up.
Yeah, it's probably all gonna overfill. I think we were a little high. Hey, puppy.
Yeah, I think it is gonna overflow a little bit.
Nope.
Or not.
That's why you do halfway. So you're gonna want to get that center, and then we're gonna peel this off. There we go. Now we're gonna put this on. Let's get rid of the sand. Okay, that's good. Looks it. All right. Okay. Might help if I grab a screwdriver. Put that one in. Put this one in. Looks pretty, looks like I know what I'm doing. Alright, now I just gotta tighten these. I don't know how much. I'm not gonna tighten it crazy because I don't know how much.
You don't want to strip the...
I don't want to crack the plastic.
Yeah.
This is old, so as soon as I feel a little restriction, I'm gonna stop. And right there, that's good, I think. Hopefully. We'll find out. Now we're gonna hook this up. I have this on closed. I think we're gonna want it. Yeah, I have no idea. Never done this before. So we're gonna open this valve. Okay. We got our thing. Tighten this down. That's tightened down. We need to put our gasket back in, or whatever this is called. Put the thing in. Put our filter in. You see the water?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so it says to start out with backwash. So I gotta get the hose, which is right in front of me. Where's that flathead? I don't have it on here?
The what?
Flathead screwdriver. Okay. So we're going to put it in the backwash position. Okay. Now we're going to turn around. And that should, because I guess you have to rinse the sand. I don't see any leaks though happening. So the glue worked, which is awesome. Let's see what happens.
Is this supposed to make that noise?
No. Here, go on. Unplug it a little bit. Alright, so I backwashed it until my level was right. And my glass turned clear. So now we're going to go to, it says to go to the rinse. Which is right there. And you're supposed to run this for 30 seconds. Go ahead, plug it in. And I'm not gonna do 30 seconds. Unplug it. I'm gonna have no lawn left. I gotta get a discharge tube. All right, so then it says to go to filter. Always turn your pump off before you use it. All right, plug it back in. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's doing that. There's no sand coming out. Alright, so I did some trial and error on the pump setup here. And it turns out these are just not big enough. So I bought these. And we're going to install these. So right now I'm draining the pool. Got to get it down past these little things here. So I got the pool draining. But yeah, basically we're going to cut these bigger. You can see it's reinforced pretty big. So we're going to change it to that. And that should allow enough water into my pump that it'll stop getting hot, because this thing was getting really hot. It was struggling for water, and just not good. So I bought some more hose, bought a couple things. I'll show you how I got everything set up, and I'll show you how to cut into these. Not looking forward to it, 'cause, I mean, I gotta drain the pool to like here. It's right now it's here, so I've still got quite a few inches of water I got to get out of here. But yeah, it should work out good. We'll find out. You guys are wondering what this is. This is an actual Hayward part. Here's the part number. It's a Hayward, and I'm going to show you how to install this. You got to drain the pool way past this circle. There's like a big circle. I don't know if it's going to come up on camera. There's like a circle right here that's reinforced, hopefully. So what this thing does is it comes with a little template. I don't know if it's an actual template, but I'm going to use it as a template. You're going to want to get a marker and center this the best you can. Do it on both holes. This one's a little bent. What is this marker? Paint?
It's a good question, actually. Probably. I'm gonna go. It's a metallic marker.
Now this is the scary part. We're gonna cut this right out now. Definitely go slow, don't try to go fast. You only get one shot of doing this. I think I'm making it kind of too small. I'd rather be a little small than too big.
It's okay to have it too small, but if you go too big, you're done.
Alright, so we gotta make it a little bit bigger now. Now we'll just get rid of
Kind of like skim it off.
the marker print here.
And just shave it off.
Yeah, my son, man. There we go. So this comes with a couple gaskets here. This one is like supposed to go in between the liner, but I'm not going to do that. What we're going to do is keep this rubber here. We're going to put it on the inside, just like that. And then we're going to take this rubber and put it on the outside. There you go, there's one.
No rush.
But this one is all bent, so I... Damn pumps in the way for me to left hand. This will be easy. Definitely make sure when you're doing this, you use a brand new razor.
That way you don't have to force.
That might be good enough because I went a little bit that way. I'd rather be a little shy than too much. So that would be bad. Just like that. It's pretty tight. And there we go. You got your upgraded holes, perfectly aligned with the patches. Too bad, right? Alright, so next I'll show you, I'm going to make a bunch more of these big hoses because basically this is completely useless to us now. You ain't doing nothing with this. So, yeah. I already showed you guys how to make the piping. I'm just going to do the same thing, but I'm going to make it to the specs of this. Alright, so I got all the pieces made up, glued, clamped, This is the left and right intake. And then this long one is going to go right to the pump. These are made, I can't do anything for 2 hours though, so they got to dry. I did it with the same things here. Alright, it's been 2 hours. I got the new fittings pre-set up. I couldn't get any quick disconnects, so basically I'm going to be spinning these. So I'm going to get wet, but alright, here. You're going to record what I'm doing here. We're going to loosen this.
This is gonna suck for you.
Maybe not. We'll see what happens. Yeah, it's gonna suck.
I'm gonna get away.
Well, maybe not. This might be alright because I got the plugs in it. So. Definitely not the way you really want to do it, but this is the way I'm making it happen.
As long as it works, that's all that matters in the end.
Okay, that's connected. We just gotta get this one a little tighter. I screwed it in too much. Oh, shit. That sucks. Hopefully this is gonna be big enough to grab this. It's kind of locked in place here. There we go. Alright. Well, now we'll take our plugs out. I made little plugs with a bag connected to that. It seems pretty sturdy. I was not expecting that.
I thought it was better to start like shooting out at you for a minute.
Alright, now I can screw this part in. And I can tighten this, see? And then unscrew this part. This part. Make sure if you do this, you get one extra part so you can hook up your skimmer to the extra port. But I like these, they have the little wing nuts on them. This is all stuff I got at Home Depot. Except for the Hayward the hole adapters. Those came from the pool place. Alright. Now this one will just stick in here so I don't lose it. Because I can't hook the skimmer up yet. It's going to be dry. So, get our rope. Alright, you ready? Let's put it to the filter. Make sure we're open. Should be able to turn this baby on. That's a lot of flow. It's starting to get quiet. All the air is leaving. I don't see any leaks. That is a massive amount of water. Alright, and so I'm gonna leave this running on filter. Hopefully it'll clean up what's going on here. And I'm gonna keep filling the pool, and then we'll check back then. Alright, so as you can see, it's a way bigger than the original. So I hooked up the hose. Like I said, I used all these fittings here. This is just glued. And we got the big inlets now. And you can see the skimmer is working way better now. And this is the Hayward Super Pump in-ground pool and Hayward in-ground pool. So I used a lot of the stock hoses to connect. And then a cool thing I did here is I used the blue adapter that came with the skimmer. Basically you can unscrew this part and then that blue part will screw in, and then you could hook a hose up to it at a 90-degree angle, and as you can see, it makes the pool circulate. Alright everybody, this is the pump all hooked up. I was able to find some quick release unions, and I was leaking some air right here. As you can hear, it's way quieter. Sounds good. And the pool cleared right up. Look at that. Really nice. I gotta reposition my mats. But it's been running for about 24 hours. I put this in it. I got this at Home Depot, and basically all I did was I dumped the whole bottle right in front of the outport, and 24 hours later the pool is clean. You can see right to the bottom. It's not cloudy anymore. And to get rid of the green, all I did, I just poured a whole entire thing of chlorine and a couple of tablets in it, and it got rid of the green, but it was really cloudy. So I would definitely go from this to this without a doubt. Night and day difference. I'm gonna make a follow-up video on how to find air leaks. Basically, if you could see air in this chamber and you can hear it, I'll show you how to get rid of that. But I hope you enjoyed this upgrade video. It was kind of a pain to do, but definitely worth it.